Once upon a time, there was a child who was fascinated by the sky. His name was Leo. Every morning, Leo would look out of his window and gaze at the sky with wonder. The shapes of the clouds, the direction of the wind, and the birds flying in the sky. All of these things fed Leo's imagination. He thought about the sky so much that sometimes he dreamed of flying among the clouds, wondering what kind of world existed up there. One day, Leo had a brilliant idea. I can make my own hot air balloon and fly into the sky, he thought. But Leo had never worked with hot air balloons before. Nevertheless, he didn't let that stop him. He immediately set to work. He gathered some old rugs from his mother, a few old basketballs, several large colorful balloons, and some thick string. Leo's eyes sparkled with excitement. He had everything he needed to rise into the sky. 4 days. He worked tirelessly, often staying up late in his room to prepare the balloon. Sometimes his mom and dad helped him, but Leo's determination always took the lead. Finally, when the balloon was ready, he was all set to take off. One morning, just as the sun was rising, Leo grabbed the string of his balloon and began to lift off gently. His eyes were wide with excitement, and his heart beat fast with joy. As he rose from the roof of his house, the small houses, streets, and trees below grew smaller and smaller. Flying felt so freeing, like he was a bird soaring through the air. But as the balloon floated higher, Leo noticed something strange. No matter which direction he looked, each cloud seemed to lead to a different world. With curiosity, he decided to enter the next cloud and see what lay beyond it. As he entered the first cloud, Leo found himself in the middle of a vast forest. The trees were moving, and it seemed like they were alive. At first, Leo was shocked, but then one of the trees approached him and spoke. "Welcome, little traveler. This is the forest of time. Here, time stands still. The longer you stay, the younger you remain. But be warned, if you stay too long, you may never be able to return. So choose carefully." The tree said. Leo began walking deeper into the forest, enchanted by the beauty of it all. However, as he wandered, he realized that he needed to solve a riddle in order to leave the forest. Another tree approached him and said, "Would you like to stay here forever? Or do you wish to continue your journey and return home? If you can answer, we will let you leave." Leo thought for a moment and then gave his answer. "I want to return home." The tree smiled, and suddenly, a door appeared in the middle of the forest. Leo passed through it and slowly descended back toward the clouds. Next, Leo found himself in the midst of a giant sandstorm. The winds were so strong that the sand was flying in every direction. Leo carefully stepped through the storm, trying to find his way. The sand was swirling around him, but he noticed something. Everything in the storm was following a pattern. There's a way out if he followed the right path. After some time, Leo managed to climb a giant sand dune. As he reached the top, the storm began to calm down. He realized he had found the right way, and he was free from the storm. He pulled the string of his balloon again and moved on to the next cloud. Each cloud Leo entered offered him a new world to discover. In one, he encountered flying mountains. These mountains were so tall that some of them touched the clouds. Some were covered in giant flowers, while others were made of glowing stones. Each mountain gave Leo a lesson about the world, and he learned something new with each step. And another cloud, Leo found an island where time never passed. Days and nights didn't exist there, and the sun and stars never set. Everything felt endless. But Leo soon realized that staying there forever meant losing everything else. He decided to leave the island and continued his journey. Finally, after visiting all these magical worlds and learning valuable lessons along the way, Leo began to pull the string of his balloon to descend. He slowly floated back toward his home, thinking about all the amazing places he had seen. Each cloud had taught him something different, and he felt wiser for the experiences he had gained. When Leo finally landed in the yard of his house, he let go of the string and looked up at the sky once more. As he gazed at the endless expanse, he thought to himself, "No matter how big the world may be, there is always a way to return home."